Right now, a war is being fought. No bullets, no bombs, but trillions of dollars are moving. Today is February 4th, 2026, and what's happening right now will directly affect your money.
The economic war of 2026. Who wins, who loses, and where does your money go?
Three economic superpowers, the United States, China, the European Union, all playing a chess game where you're the pawn. This video isn't entertainment. This is survival information to protect your assets in times of chaos. Chapter 1. The Tariff Chessboard, where nations use taxes as weapons of war. President Trump has turned tariffs into geopolitical tools. It's not just about economics, it's about power. China 100%, European Union 50%, Canada and Mexico 25%. These are the highest tariff rates in modern history. Breaking news. Yesterday, Trump announced he's cutting India's tariffs from 25% down to 18%. Though in exchange, Prime Minister Modi agreed to stop buying Russian oil, committed to invest $500 billion in America, and reduce tariffs on U.S. goods to zero. This is a strike against Russia. India has been buying 1.5 million barrels of Russian oil daily. That's 1/3 of their oil imports. Why does this matter to you? Because it affects gas prices, consumer goods, and inflation. When India stops buying Russian oil, supply tightens, oil prices could rise. And you'll feel it at the pump. But that's not all. Last week, the EU and India signed a free trade agreement. Von der Leyen called it the mother of all deals. The EU and India combined, 25% of global GDP, 1/3 of world trade. A massive economic bloc is forming. And China? Not sitting still. They just signed a trade deal with Canada. President Xi called it a turnaround in relations. British Prime Minister Keir Starmer just flew to Beijing, called the China relationship a national interest. US allies are diversifying. The big picture, American tariffs are pushing countries closer together, creating trade blocs without the US. Chapter 2. The Resource War, where rare earths become weapons more dangerous than bombs. Rare earth elements. 17 elements you've probably never heard of, but they're in everything you own. Your iPhone needs rare earths. Electric vehicles need rare earths. F-35 fighter jets, lots of rare earths. Wind turbines, rare earths. And here's the problem. China controls 90% of rare earth processing globally, 94%. April 2025, China imposed export controls on 7 rare earth elements, retaliation for US tariffs. Auto factories in the US and Europe had to cut production, some temporarily shut down. Rare earth prices in Europe 6 times higher than China. After the Trump-Xi summit, China paused restrictions for 1 year, until November 2026. But this is a pause, not a cancellation. The clock is ticking. 9 months from now, China could flip the switch, and the entire Western supply chain, paralyzed. And recently, China added silver to the control list. Along with tungsten and antimony, they're expanding their resource weapons. How does this affect you? EV prices, up. Phone prices, up. Clean energy costs, up. Chapter 3. Gold. The safe haven for those who are scared and smart. Gold is currently at $4,900 per ounce. 1 year ago, $2,800, up 75% in 12 months. Last week, gold hit $5,100, an all-time record. Though it's pulled back slightly, the trend remains upward. Why is gold surging? Geopolitical tensions, Greenland, Venezuela, Iran, trade wars, all driving people to safe havens. Central banks buying 60 tons of gold monthly, 3.5 times more than pre-2022 levels. They know something you don't yet. De-dollarization. Countries are reducing dollar reserves, moving to gold. This is a long-term trend, not temporary. Goldman Sachs forecasts gold at $5,400 by end of 2026. UBS says $6,200. Major banks are all bullish.
But warning!
Gold just dropped 9% in 2 days. Extreme volatility. Don't chase at high prices. Don't FOMO.
Chapter 4. Government shutdown. When America shoots itself in the foot.
Right now, the US government is partially shut down. Many agencies have stopped operations. Economic data is delayed. The January jobs report, delayed. JOLTS data, delayed. Markets are flying blind. Nobody knows what the economy is actually doing. The last shutdown lasted 43 days, October to November 2025, the longest in history. This one might be shorter, but damage is done. The impact. Uncertainty rises. Markets hate uncertainty. Without data, decisions become harder. The Fed needs data to decide on interest rates. No data? The Fed is guessing. And you're guessing too.
In every war, there are winners. And right now, AI and big tech are winning big.
Palantir, the AI company serving government and military, just reported revenue up 70%, stock up 10% today. U.S. commercial revenue up 137%, U.S. government revenue up 66%. They're thriving in chaos. CEO Alex Karp said we are a different species of company, and the market agrees. But not everyone's winning. PayPal, down 15%. Novo Nordisk, down 14%. Those who don't adapt are being punished. In chaos, it's not the strongest who win. It's those who adapt fastest.
Chapter 6. The most important part. How to protect your assets in this war.
Principle 1. Geographic diversification. Don't keep all your assets in one country, one currency, one market. Consider US markets, European markets, emerging markets, Asia. Spread your geopolitical risk. Hold some gold. Not all, but some. 5-15% of your portfolio. Insurance against chaos. Don't FOMO. Don't buy all at once when prices are high. Dollar cost average. Buy portions. Every month. Average your price. Principle 3. Emergency fund covering 6 months of expenses. When shutdowns happen, when crises hit, you need a cushion. People with emergency funds stay calm. Wait out the storm. People without panic. Sell at the worst time. Permanent damage. Principle 4. Understand supply chains. How dependent are your investments on China? Do they have alternative sources? If a company is 100% dependent on Chinese rare earths, they have high risk. November 2026 restrictions could return. Read geopolitical news, not just financial news. Tariffs, treaties, tensions, all affect your money. Chapter 7. Forecasts for what could happen in the rest of 2026. The Supreme Court will rule on the legality of IEEPA tariffs. If ruled illegal, major changes. In November, rare earth restrictions could return. If US-China relations deteriorate, China will flip the switch. Forecast 3. Gold will likely continue rising. Geopolitical uncertainty isn't going away. Central banks keep buying. Trend remains positive. AI companies will continue outperforming. Palantir and companies like it are riding the chaos wave. More trade deals without the US. EU-India was the beginning, not the end. 7 things you need to remember from this video. 1. Tariffs aren't just about economics. They're geopolitical weapons. Rare earths are the biggest risk that few people are watching. 3. Gold is a safe haven, but extremely volatile. Don't FOMO. 4. The global alliance map is being redrawn. 5. AI and technology are winning in chaos. 6. Diversification isn't just about assets, it's about geography. Watch geopolitics like you watch markets. They're connected. Your action items for this week. Check your portfolio. What percentage is in the US, Europe, Asia? Rebalance if needed. Research companies you own. Are they dependent on Chinese rare earths? If you don't own gold, consider a small allocation, 5 to 10%. But don't FOMO. Increase your emergency fund. In uncertain times, 6 months is the minimum. 5. Spend 30 minutes weekly reading geopolitical news. Knowledge is protection. What questions do you have about geopolitics and finance? Comment below. I'll answer in the next video. When you comment, you join a community of people who care about their financial future. Next video, deep dive on rare earths. Who controls them? Who's dependent? And what should you do? If you agree the world is changing, hit like. Tell the algorithm this content matters. Subscribe for geopolitical updates every week. Don't miss important information.
Turn on the bell for breaking news. When something important happens, you'll know first.
Remember, this economic war isn't over. It's just beginning.
But you can prepare. Knowledge, diversification, vigilance. That's your weapon. Information is power. You just gained more power. Use it. In the chaos, you're no longer a pawn. You're someone who understands the game. That's the difference. Thank you for watching. Thank you for caring about your financial future.
See you in the next video, where we continue to analyze and prepare.
Where are you on this map? You decide.
Stay strong. The storm will pass. Those who prepare will still be standing.
The economic war of 2026. You've been briefed. Now, take action.
For long-term thinking, watch Letter from 65. Your future is waiting.
And why you can't save. The foundation to understand money psychology.
Full series in the description. Every video, a new perspective.
Your mission: protect your assets, protect your family, protect your future. With knowledge, with preparation, with action. Let's go! You can make it through. You will make it through. Because you prepared. February 4th, 2026. You were warned. You were equipped.
Now is the time to act. Not tomorrow. Today. The war continues. But you're no longer surprised.
From your channel. With real information. With deep analysis.
See you in the war. See you in the war. See you in the war.
The battlefield fades, but the knowledge stays forever. Information plus action equals protection. That's the formula. Apply it. Build your financial fortress, brick by brick, knowledge by knowledge, strong. A fortress isn't built in a day, but you have to start today.
Start now.
End of analysis. Beginning of action.
The economic war of 2026.
Who wins? Who loses? And where does your money go?
You decide. The screen fades, but the information stays.
Until next video. Stay strong. Stay strong. And prepare. Your position, safe, because you know. Knowledge equals protection.
Thank you. Goodbye. And see you again.
In the next video.
Where we continue.
Analyzing.
Preparing. And protecting.
Your assets. In the war.
Of the global economy.
2026.
And beyond.
Let's go!
That face. Determined. Ready.
You are ready. You are ready. For the war.
Economic. (2026).
Good luck.
And victory.
The screen fades. In the waiter. Diversify, knowledge, action. That's the formula.
Use it!
Goodbye.
That smile? The smile of someone who understands the game. Who's ready? That's you, economic warrior. Now go fight.